They sold the country out to our greatest enemy in our history for cash money. For cash money. All of them. And it's not just the Bidens at the top of the crime organization, but it's all of them. It's all of them. And they went and bribed McCarthy. They gave McCarthy money from Sequoia, and he's covering up. And that's why he's out in Ohio trying to have Mike Turner's back. And if you're in Mike Turner's district, it's a disgrace. He shut this investigation down.
The GOP's Joe Biden bribery investigation isn't going very well. In fact, it's going so poorly that Steve Bannon now believes China must be bribing Kevin McCarthy to hide Joe Biden's alleged crimes. We all knew it was only a matter of time before the GOP started to suspect their own leaders were protecting Joe Biden. And now it looks like Republicans have decided to make McCarthy the human sacrifice to their MAGA goat god. But Bannon doesn't just want McCarthy's head. He's also after a piece of House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, too.
To June, tell me what you're going to do. You've got Comer, you've got the power. And also, Comer, when you show up on a Ducey show this morning, the guy's lighting you up. When he asks you a question, you talked about 6 things. What are they? What's the crime? What are they? Your staff has to have you ready. You can't sit there, boom, 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 boom. Here's what it is. Here's the date. Boom.
Now, is it just me, or is most of Steve Bannon's show just him doing sound effects?
Here's what it is. Here's the date. Boom.
But Bannon has a pretty good reason to be upset. You see, James Comer ventured into the friendly confines of Fox News this week, but Fox anchor Steve Ducey hit Comer with something pretty unexpected, an actual question.
So make it easy for us. What was the crime?
Well, the crime is trading policy for money.
Which policy?
Well, we're going to get into that. He went in on day one and ended the China Initiative, which was an investigation at all our public universities of a very organized Chinese spy ring where China was sending students to universities to steal our research and development.
Comer was all over the place there, so let's break it down a little bit. First things first, notice that Comer still hasn't come up with an actual crime. His biggest complaint is that Biden shut down a federal investigation into Chinese spies operating out of American colleges. But as you might expect, the real truth is a little bit more complex. In short, Biden did shut down a program meant to do roughly what Comer said. The problem is, it never really worked. Not only did that Trump-era program repeatedly humiliate the government in court, it faced accusations of targeting almost exclusively professors Trump thought were disloyal. The entire program was stupid and ineffective from start to finish, and it was viewed within the DOJ as a huge waste of time, in large part because it encouraged already busy U.S. attorneys to divert limited resources into harassing a bunch of academics and people of Asian descent. But Republicans don't want to talk about that, because in the time it took me to explain Trump's failed China counter-spy program to you, Republican wingnuts have already come up with another Biden conspiracy theory.
Before it was turned over from the FBI, there had been some documents that law enforcement had gotten through other means. And one of those documents got leaked to me, and it had a cell phone number that Hunter Biden was paid for. So I figured, oh, this is my chance. Maybe I can. I've been trying to get fair comment from Hunter Biden, so I'm going to call the cell phone. So I called the cell phone, and guess who picked up the phone?
Oh, boy.
Joe Biden.
Joe?
Joe Biden.
What?
Boy, was he shocked when he picked up the phone and found out it was me. He hung up pretty quickly.
Now, wouldn't you think if you were calling a phone number with the expectation of getting a comment that maybe you'd record that call? Well, John Solomon didn't, which conveniently removes all the proof that this call ever happened. See, it's that proof part the GOP's really struggling with. It's also more than a little suspect that John Solomon apparently reached the vice president on a burner phone associated with international organized crime, but didn't think to mention that to anyone until just now, years after the fact. Well, folks, if you thought the Joe Biden bribery cinematic universe was wrapping up, you're tragically mistaken. Republicans are riding this one until the very end, and I'm not sure they'll like how they feel when the clown car meets the wall.
Crime is trading policy for money.
And this isn't even the craziest conspiracy theory Republicans have cooked up. Check out this video, where I break down all the details of the GOP's Hunter Biden bribery scandal.
I mean, it's wild stuff, man.
And leave a comment below, so you can let me know what I should cover next.